Welcome to Last Ditch Effort. All right, welcome back everyone to this week's episode of Last Ditch Effort. My name is Maurice and I'm here with my co-host Ralph.
Hello, good day, Maurice. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm a bit tired. I just came
Yes.
back from America playing the World Championship and stuff. I'm still a bit jet laggy, but recovering from the week.
Yeah. So it's been a while since we recorded our last podcast, but on the plus side, not that much has changed since the last time we recorded, at least meta-wise. We were complaining about Living Legends at Worlds. We were talking about the meta and the potential impact of Super Slam, which in CC, I feel like there has not been that much impact at all.
That's true. And we can still talk shit about Living Legend.
So you played at the World Championship in Philadelphia. How was your experience of the tournament?
Yeah, I think I'll start a bit like talking about the trip. It was a amazing week. I traveled with Daya to the championship to America, and then we started traveling on Sunday a week before. So we're not jet lagged at the tournament. And Lars joined us on Wednesday. So when we first arrived, we did a day in New York, which was super cool. It was basically a New York speed run. Go out of Penn Station, do the walk over the rooftops. Oh, how is it called? Highline. Yes. Yeah. That's a super nice walk to do. Shopping in Soho, eating in the Meat District, then eat some more in Chinatown. Did the 9/11 memorial thing. Went shopping there as well. Went to Times Square. Went to the other nice train station, which you always see in the movies. Central
Grand Central.
Station. Yeah, Grand Central. Yeah, that's right. Which is super nice. It really was a New York speed run.
Was it your first time in New York?
No, it was second time
Okay.
in New York, so I basically knew where to go. I did my part as the speedrun travel guide,
Okay.
but still super nice. Could go again. It's I think New York has something.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Pro Tour New York. Maybe next year.
I guess that the last time I was in New York was before Pro Tour New Jersey.
Yeah, but
Like
New Jersey's not really New York.
Yeah, but I mean, you just go to New York and then go play in Jersey for 3 days, I guess.
Fair enough.
You go to Philly, you go to New York, and then you go play in Philly. So that was the tourist things we did. There was in Philly, there's especially if I go like traveling, I think the most important thing is food for me, almost. So I was super happy in Philly with the Reading Terminal Market and the restaurants around it and stuff like that was super fine as well. First thing, get some Philly cheesesteak, which was all right, but
Yeah.
once in a lifetime thing, I guess. The fun thing, after we went by train. Train is super scammy, by the way. Like I watched like online on the app, it was $20, but I had to put in my name and stuff. And I was like, nah, okay, whatever. We have still time at the train station. Let's go get the ticket there. So less effort for me. And went to the ticket station, and then like 20 minutes later, tickets are now $120. What? Like more than 5 times the price? What is happening? And then I was like, I just checked it on the app. It was 20, and then I checked again. Yeah, now it's over 100. What? Just one way,
Yeah.
But then there was some ticket for 30 but just the train 20 minutes later. But still, what the heck? America for you. It's like investing in crypto if you want to go for a train ticket in the US.
I see.
But if we talk about flying, I think there were a lot of people not wanting to go to the US because of, politics and stuff like that.
Yeah, they talked a little bit about it on the broadcast as
Did
well.
they?
There were
Yeah.
apparently people who had visa issues, especially from like the Asia region.
That's sad.
Yeah, I think it's definitely sad for because Asia was also the closest region in terms of the Player of the Year race. Like there were lots of different players that could have
Yeah,
won
make a
the
difference.
the local prize for Asia. And yeah, I guess it's a little unfortunate that the World Championship ended up being in the US.
Yeah. But anyway, like traveling, like because they didn't decide on a budget or whatever, they had to shut down like some jobs at the airports and stuff, or they didn't get paid anymore, so there were less people. But like in flying internationally to Philly, it was super easy. We just like the airport was a bit of a ghost town. It was a bit spooky.
Yeah,
Like we arrived, we had a super amazing space in the airplane because there were almost no people, and just went through, how do you call when you like have to go into the country?
immigration.
Immigration. Yeah, went through immigration in 5 minutes or something. It
Yeah.
was super fast. Yeah, so that was chill. Train was fine too. So and now we come to the flesh and blood part. Gets interesting, huh? When we went back from New York, we met two people from New Zealand. They just were on the same train back from New York, and it was Lucas and Thomas. And that's when where our testing started, at least my testing, because I kind of came to the tournament a bit unprepared. I mean, I just played Burdens, which was my CC pick from PT London. Like after PT London, I just kept playing Burdens, so I was fine in CC. But yeah, I wasn't prepared for Living Legends, so got some games in. I picked Aurora for Living Legend, and the New Zealand guys were already on the like world's winning deck lists, like Syndra plus Dash.io in Living Legends. So I had some testing into them, which was super nice. And congrats to Thomas there again, making place in the worlds, just missing out on the top 8 there.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah,
There were two people who had the same record as him who made it, so bubbled
yeah,
out on tiebreakers.
was kind of sad. Yeah, but then still, man, if you just go and play these tournaments and make it to top 16 or anything like that, it's amazing feeling.
So, how was your tournament then, or your World Championship run?
But hey, we just went to we're just now on Monday.
Right.
I want to talk about Philly a bit more because it was a super nice experience. If you're all right with that, you're on the LDF pod, have some content. We decided then to test with these guys on Tuesday. Went to a local store. There were already some other Flesh and Blood players. So if you're, as a tip, if you're early in town and you don't have anybody to play, you just go to the local store, and there's gonna be good people, maybe already there waiting for you to play a game if you want to get some games in before big tournaments. That's a thing to do. On Tuesday, there, I rebought like new sleeves, right? I bought new sleeves there. Just keep that in mind.
At the shop.
At the shop, yeah. I bought some new nice Dragon Shield sleeves, like with gold background in the inner and like purplish on the outside. I was happy to resleeve everything. Wednesday we did some more testing. There were also armory hosted in both locations. Like on Wednesday there was an armory in another location. It was kind of a pub with games. The
Oh, that's
pub
cool.
was like, if you can, I'm sure you can look at some pictures online and stuff. The pub was full with Flesh and Blood players. Like the armory was booked out. They made some extra space for the armory, but we couldn't even get in. Uh, just grabbed the beer and had some fun games outside and stuff like that. Yeah, but the experience there was amazing. Seeing the game being played all over the town was super nice.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, that's it, I guess, for the prep. And then first day is like the pre-event where they do the new reveals. I'm excited for Silver Age.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get into it a little later, but
I
I'm
just hope
also
it's
very
gonna be
excited
good.
for it.
Can't be worse than Living Legend, right?
And we're getting to it.
Okay. So yeah, just playing Flesh and Blood, and then on Friday the World Championship starts. So I'm on Verdance in CC, and I'll start the day with 3-0. And the 3-0 was I played the Gravy in round one. Got there, and it's a losing matchup usually as Verdance, but you can get there. I have a bit of experience into the matchup because that was the deck Daya played. So I guess I probably had the most games just before the Worlds, just playing in the hotel room versus Daya. So it was good there. Second game was against a very, very good French player playing Syndra, and that game was super close. It's like he almost always had the tempo, but he like very, very early in the game, he put a card into his arsenal. And then we came to the late game. I got into Storm Strider range. It was against even Tengai.
Hmm. Yeah.
Tongui, probably. And I'm like in killing range, and I'm like, oh, I guess I can't go off. Like, you probably have Sigil of Solace in your arsenal. And he's like, sure. And then he plays his next turn. He doesn't have a starter. He comes in with 5 damage. Like, what's happening? Plays the Sigil of Solace. And then I just attack him next turn. And then the next turn I blast him.
Yeah.
I guess he was a bit sad, but he was almost there. If he didn't if his deck just worked one more turn, I guess he would have won. But yeah, and then third game I paired in another Gravy, and he doesn't find any allies for like 4 turns or something. And then I talked to him like, hey, are you playing any allies? Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I play all the allies. And you know what happens if you don't find your allies in the first 4 turns? You're gonna have them in your hand all at the same time, which is not very practical. That was my, let's say, 3 good rounds, and then the tournament shifted a bit. So round 4, I get paired into Jacob Clements, and he flips over Mario. And we shuffle up and everything and stuff. And the judges come in and say like, "Oh, deck check." That's where the trouble started in the tournament for me. So they come back and they tell me, like they basically come back. Jacob hands me the deck. Oh no, it was deck check. Sorry, it was deck check. Then they came back and they keep staying behind us. So we shuffle up again. Jacob hands me the deck on the wrong side, like the sleeves are open to me.
Hmm.
And I'll try to pull up the first card. Like usually don't have the deck like this side around me. I just when I pull the first card, I just like get to see it's on the wrong side, and then I'll switch it up again. I tried to pull the first card, and the judge says stop. You have to come with me, and I had to go to a free table with them, and had a really long and troublesome talk. Yeah, in the end, it was like the judge started to ask me questions. I had no clue what was going on. And then he was like, hey, you have 1 card in your deck and you play a 1-off, and it's an important card. Do you know which card I'm talking about? And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, so must be Ring of Roses. And he's like, yeah, do you have any other cards in your deck that are like this? And I'm thinking a bit like, no. And then he shows me my deck and says like, hey, your Ring of Roses is marked. If the deck would be correctly in front of me, it would be on the right side. So I don't see the mark usually when I'm sitting there.
Hmm.
And tells me because I had the deck like the other way around, they thought like I always play the deck like this. So I could actually see the mark and stuff like that. But yeah, I was talking to them, talked to the other judge, and I was like, what is happening? And the judge says to me, if you like guilty, like you did that on purpose, you're gonna be disqualified. I'm like, what? What just happened? In the end, it gave me a game loss, but I was so sad and tilted.
Yeah.
I had to recover for like 30. It was like finally it was against Mario. Like I think he's like top 2 player in the world, and I'm like super hyped to play the matchup. And then you got just match loss. Okay, so yeah, was so sad and didn't quite recover from that. I got paired next round into Gravy again. Couldn't get there this time. Start to play Living Legend with Aurora. Get paired into Star Wars. Get fuse. Play the casino. Then I come back like in a match against Rob Catton. Like every tournament, like the last 3 for every tournament, I got paired into Rob Catton. He always got me. Like I did turn 2, you play like 9 ball lightnings. I played Tome of Yendal in Aurora. Sting of Sorcery, Arc Lightning. So you go like Arc Lightning into Tome of Yendal. Then I pulled the top next Arc Lightning, the next Tome of Yendal, did the thing again. Played the Sting of Sorcery, do a ball lightning, and then I also pulled from New Horizon. I also had 2 channel lightning out. So I pulled like 6 cards. 2, 2, 1. No, I put like 7 cards in this turn cycle, which was insane. And he even like pulled 1 card out with his headpiece
Mhm.
and face purgatory, and then he called another card. He still died, basically. But that's Living Legend for you.
Yeah.
It was a stupid turn, and I couldn't do anything, even with the disruption. And finally got the win against him with that. And, go into the next match, play against the World Championship, or like in that spot, the future World Championship champion, Michael. And he plays Dio, and, turn 2 just goes off and kills me with the full system reset combo. But yeah, that's like in short, the player perspective from how it can go. It's just like you get rolled or you high roll the other dude. It's a bit
Yeah.
sad, yeah. And then, of course, I was 4-4, dropped out, played the Calling 5-3, played the Battle Hardened. So there's that, yeah. But overall, the play experience, like the players and their quality, I didn't have any bad game in all those matches, and all the opponents were super nice, and everything went smooth.
Yeah, except for an unfortunate judge call.
Yeah, but was the Dragon Shield sleeves, man.
Yeah,
They were
it just goes that way.
Yeah, they were new. Usually, before that, I had just old katanas on them, and I looked at the sleeves, and if I put the katanas on the side, I don't see any markings, or almost none.
Mhm.
And on the Dragon Shield, I saw it like on different cards, and if it happens, it's on your one off. You're a bit, you're in trouble. I tell you that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not nice. Yeah. And I mean, of course, in the end, it's on me, right? I could have checked, could have looked at it better. So if you go play these high level tournaments, check your sleeves, check if there's no markings, get all the same inner sleeves and stuff like that. Just be sure, because you can have a good day and be free, and then you're at the top tables, and you have to do a tech check, because usually when I go play these tournaments, I'm in the middle field somewhere, hanging around, and there's mostly deck. You can tell it from a judge perspective, but I think like usually deck checks happen at the top table, right, and not on the like middle lower field.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't quite say it like that. Like, you can deck check anyone,
Mm.
but I would say if you have a limited amount of deck checks, you want to make sure that the players that play at the top tables are all deck checked, right?
Yeah, they play for the big monies, right? Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that if you're in the midfield or something, you never get deck checked, but it is more likely that you will be deck checked at the higher. Yeah, but overall a good tournament,
Yeah,
even if
yeah,
it
it
didn't
was.
give any results.
In the end, I just went petty shopping.
Yeah.
He got me some nice new folders for the card.
Oh, yeah, did you get one of the Reinars?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like the folder was it was like $70 for these 18 slots folder things.
Yeah.
But you had like a rune chant one, and then a Solana one, so that was already 140. Then you get the Rhino sleeves, you had 160 or whatever, and then you get the Golden Rhino.
Yeah, that's cool. That's one of the promos I would have wanted.
Or I can sell it to you, so I make
Perfect.
better monies again. No, I think like some people wanted it. Well, I'll see what I do with it. I mean, who plays Rhino, right?
Yeah, just you wait.
I hope not. I'm planning to play more Prism again. I don't want Rhinos.
All right, so let's say shout out to Michael Yasker for winning the World Championship this year. So let's talk a little bit about, now that we are through with Living Legend as a competitive format. I personally already made it known that like I don't like this change or this decision, and all my reasons for that we've already been through. But while I was watching the World Championship, I actually enjoyed watching the games more than I would have thought. Like I thought the Living Legend Marlin deck was super cool. And I actually thought the chain decks were more interesting to watch than I would have thought because they have like different ways of playing them.
Mm.
But then, I mean, Dash IO is a fun deck to watch, but I must imagine playing against it is completely miserable.
It is. It's
And
worse than playing
then
versus Kano, dude.
the same with Starvo. Starvo seemed like so boring, even just to watch. I can't imagine anything more boring than playing the Casino Starvo.
Dude, I was testing against the Shio deck, as I told you, right? Versus the
Yeah.
New Zealand guys. And you just, you know, you attack for a few times, then you get to like round 3, and then they do start a combo, and you just sit there. You can't interact. I could just go to the toilet, I'll grab some tea, get a coffee. You can come back 20 minutes later to the table, and they're still going on.
Yeah, and it's so boring because like even those first 3 turns where you attack it like doesn't even matter. They don't block anything anyway most of the time. Like maybe if they have to or if you can
Yeah,
disrupt them, but
they stall some time, put their
yeah,
item out.
yeah. But most of the time they just don't block, play their turn, and yeah, then
Yeah,
you die to the combo,
if
or
they
you
don't
don't,
block
and then you
right,
win.
they just boost their cards away, and then so they are one further into the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think like having played some limited now with Super Slam, I understand, I guess, why they didn't make this format a competitive one. Just
Why?
because I can see how, especially like, do you remember when Bright Lights came out and everybody was drafting Teklevossen?
Yep.
And there was just like, if you drafted, there were 6 Teklevossen, one Dash IO, and one Max at the table. And then a lot of the games were just Teklevossen mirrors that went to fatigue.
It's fine, but in that Bright Lights format, you could just learn to play Dio and stack your decks with the nates and the
Yeah,
overpower, and you get there.
I think in Super Slam, Tough Nut is just kind of that hero, and I think you can just play him so that they can't like outdraft you,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Because the thing is, with Pleiades, it's a little bit less of a problem because you can control the auras a little bit. But with Lyeth, you just have to hope that you draw your auras together and that it lines up so you can attack for like, 25 and then 25 again or something. Otherwise, Tough Nut is just going to fatigue you. Pleiades is like has a similar problem, but a bit less because she has easier access to confidence and stuff. So fair enough. But if I can imagine that as pro players would have explored this format deeper, they would have found a strategy that was just like the best and most consistent one, which was like block out Tough Nut, which I don't think would have been very fun to watch or to play, but for that matter.
Yeah, I thought there may be some, like you said, play around with the set up auras and then go for big turn, and you can't really block that.
Yeah, but the thing is for the setup auras, they're in draft they're even more limited because like both guardians want the setup auras,
Yeah.
and you can already tell in sealed, right? If you have a whole sealed pool to yourself, even then, if you have like 10 auras, sometimes it's not enough to get through, right? And if you're drafting and there's like 3 guardians or 4 guardians at the table, you're not going to get 10 auras each, right? So I think there's like a critical mass of cards that you need to even play the format in a fun way. And I think they were a bit scared of it being not a great experience.
Okay, yeah. Can see that.
But it's just speculation. I mean, I think there's a reason why they picked Living Legend and not Draft, not Super Slam Draft. And I think that's it. I think they didn't quite get there with the draft experience. But it's just speculation, right? I don't think they're going to come out and say that. But they themselves admitted that calling for Living Legend to be the format here at Worlds was not the smoothest way, especially with the like last minute bannings that they did.
Yep, can see that. But like if we talk about Living Legend again, you said Chain was kind of cool.
It was interesting to watch, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like from my matches and what I saw at Worlds and talking to the people, I also thought like Chain had probably the most interesting adaptation into the meta
Yeah.
because of Dash.io. They started to play Pummels, Erase Phase,
Hmm.
and Command and Conquer just so they can be aggressive and still interrupt her from going off and get enough time to make enough damage. So she needs to start blocking and can't keep her hand for the combo.
Yeah.
I basically tried the same in Aurora with Erase Phase and just Warmongers. But
Hmm.
yeah, if you don't find that card early enough, then they find the items like turn two. You
Yeah. 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 I thought that was cool. I thought the fact that they played Marlin was like really cool. I don't know how much of that you saw like at the tournament, but there
Hmm.
were a bunch of players at the high tables that played
Okay.
Marlin in LL with cash in and stuff, and it was very, very strong.
Okay.
It was really cool to see like a hero kind of use these older cards to adapt. And I think if cash in was still legal in CC, it would be the strongest deck by a far margin.
Yeah. I
It
only
was
played
like crazy.
I only played two Marlins in the calling, but
Yeah.
like they didn't play it very good, or they just didn't find the right cards and just
Yeah.
died, even with interrupting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
All right. Then I think that they're not gonna do uh, Living Legend like this again. And
no, I
the
hope
reason why I
not.
say that is because if you go look under the formats tab on the website, Living Legend is now under the casual formats or like
Special formats
special
was
formats. So whereas before it was just listed under constructed, now Silver Age has taken its place.
yeah, you know, like for me as a player in the tournament, it was like comparison playing Living Legend. It was a bit like going to the casino. It's
Yeah.
like I got this like match one just get rolled over and be like, oh, I guess I set on the wrong color, like I said on black, and red came up.
Mhm.
And then I go next game, I set on black again, and then black comes up, and I just win.
Yeah, I mean there is a reason why these heroes are like LL, and there's a reason why a lot of the cards that are legal in LL are banned in CC. And it's because the games are kind of degenerate and not like that fun.
Yeah,
And I think trying to balance a format like that is just like it's a fool's errand.
yeah. I just think like it is like like casino is fun as well. Like if you hit the right color, right?
Yeah.
But the difference from winning in a game and losing in a game, winning is way, way, way more fun. Or you get your full combo, you like do all this amazing stuff, You really feel happy about your deck and everything's working, and then you play the next game and it's like total opposite of everything. And that's just not why I got into Flesh and Blood, because I got
Yeah.
even into Flesh and Blood because like even when you lose, you like one life just behind and you almost got there and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And it was super close and exciting even, but you didn't get there. But then you go, okay, great game, and that was an amazing experience. But I can't say that for Living Legend.
Yeah. How did you think? I mean, I guess you couldn't play it, but if you did you watch top eight at all? The top eight games.
Like I saw some stream, but I didn't watch the full yet.
Mm-hmm. Because I thought the best of three format was interesting. Like I didn't like that Living Legend was part of this rotation, but I thought a little bit about maybe if they just did three like best of three CC
Yeah,
for top eight at Worlds. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe like I guess Michael Yasker won. Like he lost first game and won second and third game, right? So it kind of decided the world champion in this case. And for a viewing experience, it was pretty cool. Like seeing the players play a second game at least, it was quite interesting.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It also just gave you like a whole like storyline to watch. So you got like I know before you got to watch like every game of the top eight, but this time it was more you got to watch one table and then when they finished you got to watch another table. And so I could see kind of more of a storyline develop than just watching all of the games.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. I also
Yeah,
like it
it
in
was
other
cool.
esport games if they have to do best of three,
Yeah,
maybe a best of 7 in Age of Empires 2 or something.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm wondering if this is going to be the future
I guess so, right?
for tier
Probably
4 events.
next time Yokohama, it's Living Legend out, Silver Age in, which gets us to the next topic, right?
Hell yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Silver Age. Essentially, everyone who's played Project Blue will understand what Silver Age is. It's just rares and commons, essentially. And it's supposed to be the accessible format for Flesh and Blood. And I think it's going to be really, really cool.
I
I
hope
think,
so. I really hope so.
yeah. I have already seen some decks and some brewing going on, and I was like, wow, it is crazy some of these cards that come out of the like woodworks for this format. Like there's a Lexi deck that I played against today that played this elemental arrow that lets you, if it's fused, I think it's an if it's ice, no, if it's lightning fused, it lets you activate your bow again.
But is it Snapshot?
Yeah, snapshot.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a cool one.
It is so cool because I think the last time I've seen this arrow played was in limited, like in Tales of Arya Limited, and this never saw play in CC as far as I remember, at least.
I think I saw some Snapshot combo play in CC, but it was niche.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and but it's like a cool card design and very interesting. And then they played it with
Death
Death
Dealer?
Dealer.
Yeah.
So the combo is that you get to activate your bow as an instant. So you activate Death Dealer, you get go again on your arrow, and you draw a card, load a new arrow, and then you do it again, right? And it felt like shit. This is a real format. This is almost like as bad as what Lexi did to us during Lexi meta.
Yeah, there's some cool elemental cards, and there's more coming in the next set as well, right?
Yeah. And then the other thing that I thought was interesting is that they announced that the sort of the rotation for this format will be decided by the player base.
Oh, yeah,
That
I really like that as well.
I think it's going to be an interesting experiment. It's people always like to complain about X hero or Y hero, but it's going to be interesting to see what everybody decides on for if you can vote, right?
Do you think there's some rares that's gonna be just super expensive in a few months because of Silver Age?
I think so.
Because I thought like wouldn't be my first thought as well, but I wrote to a buddy which was always complaining about like the entry price into playing Flesh and Blood,
Yeah.
and his answer was, "Yeah, sure, but I won't like then the rare cards just gonna like increase in price."
I honestly don't think so. Like you can, and the reason is just because you get so many rare cards. Like it's, and you only need two of each, right? Like if that's like the other thing, you can open like one box of that set, and you're gonna probably get your two rares that you need from each set or from each card. And there's gonna be a ton of players who have extras for. I think like the only chance I could see is if there's a rare from like the early days of Flesh and Blood that hasn't been reprinted that's going to be super meta. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know, some Crucible of War rare that's never been reprinted or something. Like, okay, maybe, but I don't even think those exist,
yeah,
honestly.
but the first card that would come to my mind were like Sync Billows and Sigil of Solids and stuff, which is anyway banned from the format.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but like my friend's take was, is this where really obscure commons and rares rocket in value, and it becomes as expensive to play as standard like Magic? That was his question.
No, there is no way. I remember a standard deck in Magic was cheaper, but still like 100, $200 to play like standard. And as you saw it announced by LSS, they are going to print highly tuned competitive stacks for $20 that you can just buy and start playing. So that's like also the other thing. If you could buy the latest world's winning Syndra list and I don't know all of the deck lists from top 8 for $20, then none of the cards would be expensive either, right?
Yeah.
In CC. So this format just, it's almost impossible for it to be expensive. And if you look at some of the better performing Silver Age decks now on like Talishar, none of them are more than
Just
five, $6. Yeah, you do need pummels. There's a lot of people that play pummels.
Tunnel.
But yeah, it's like, but even I would assume like something like pummel that's like a generic that's super strong. Let me check card market real quick. I doubt that it's more than pummel. Yeah, it's 50 cents.
Okay, okay. So we're all good till now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like we have to complain about something though, right? Because what they did is they announced it, and like they announced a new set. They're still gonna grab your money in London because they basically released a new set, Compendium, which brings support, should bring a lot more support as well to the Silver Age format. And basically, just after the pre-release, you can get a package where you get 2 displays from the new cards, and then the next day you play the calling.
Yeah.
So that's a bit cash grabby FOMO thing going on, which for me, like it was like, you know, the affordable format to play for everybody. And then basically the first like serious event is just, hey, come here, look, pay this $300 to get your cards and then play the tournament.
Okay, yeah, I understand why people are a bit upset about this. But first of all, it's not the first competitive tournament that you can play Silver Age. The first competitive one is Valencia, because the battle hardened there is going to be Silver Age. And I think in the calling in, oh, but the calling will be Silver Age, is what you're saying
Yes, yeah,
in
yeah,
London.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's, I think there's what people are worried about, and then there's going to be the reality, which is like the reality is everybody's going to want to open their 2 boxes, and there's going to be plenty of rares for people to go around. You just have to like ask people there to trade and ask the vendors. If you need 5 cards and they're 5 rares, the vendor's going to sell them for, I don't know, maybe $1 or $2 per thing. So you pay $10 to a vendor, and then you also get the cards that you need. You don't need to crack the boxes yourself.
Yeah, just buy these rares for $50.
It's not going to be 50. It's not going to be 50.
At that day, yes, probably. Just before the tournament, you know, we need to get all the cards.
Yeah.
You know, just another funny story about guys buying cards from vendors. Because you know the system reset, the SIO decks, everybody was figuring out like how to counter it just like before the tournament
Yeah.
with and changing the deck list and be like, oh, who has like this? What is this amulet that you have to discard 2 cards?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Amulet of Echoes, I think.
Yeah, amulet of echoes. So the SIO player started to buy out the amulet of echoes from
Oh,
other vendors. Genius move.
that is
It's
genius.
4D chess, man.
Now that's your real opportunity to make money. Is you bring you play the best deck, that you bring 200 Amulet of Echoes, and then you sell them the day before.
I
No,
mean,
but in all seriousness, I think it'll be fine, and if it's not going to be fine, then I will complain then. I think there's no reason to like complain when it like hasn't even happened yet.
yeah.
And I think it's one of the situations where there's a bit of panic before there's like really an issue.
See, if I was prepared for the Worlds, I would have played 3 Amulet of Echoes, played the Crown, which gives me gold, and play Knick Knack Brick-a-Brack to search for this one.
Yeah. Knick-knack bric-a-brac for Amulet of Echoes.
OP, yeah.
Sick, sick.
So good.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Silver Age. I'm excited to test out some decks.
Yeah. I'm excited to play like, you know, Dromai and stuff like that again. Like all the
I'm so excited to play
Letzi and
Icelander, man.
Icelander, like
Hell yeah.
all the cool band heroes, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. Do you think they're gonna have to like ban something quickly?
At the
Because
moment.
I could see them like Chain being a bit overpowered, maybe, or something. I don't know. I haven't tested anything yet, but his hero ability is just so strong. But I guess the community could vote. If he's like too annoying to play against, then you
Yeah,
just vote to ban him, right? Yeah.
that's true. But you can like if you look up Silver Age on Fablazing, Jane is only at 51% win rate. Like the best decks at the moment are Ira with 62, Briar with 61, Azalea with 56.
Yeah.
Um, Probably
Yeah,
the
but this is
flattering Jane with
Talishar data,
61.
right? Like Talishar is not really not really
Yeah, yeah.
representative
But
of.
it's like
Yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you mean. If it was super broken, then like it would probably be
yeah.
further up. Yeah. What do you think of the reprints? Speaking of the game being expensive
Or like
in the new
Eye of
set, they're
Ophelia and
gonna
stuff.
yeah they're gonna reprint Balance of Justice, Shelter of the Storm, and I think for the first time ever they're gonna reprint the Fable, which is Eye of Ophidia.
Yeah.
Which I guess the like different language ones were reprints, some sort of, but not really
Okay.
because
Yeah.
they were just different language ones.
I think it's a good thing. I love these reprints.
Yeah, I
And
think so too.
it doesn't seem like, oh, they're just gonna flood the market with them, right?
No,
It's
no,
gonna
I need
be
all of
like
these cards as well,
special
so I have to be
cards.
in favor.
Yeah, you get another option, and I like the style with the banner and stuff. Looks cool for me.
Yeah, so what I haven't
Looks fun to play.
understood really is this the only version that it's gonna come in, or is it also just gonna get reprinted in the
Well, I
regular
don't.
set?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That I don't really know yet. I don't know. I think it's a little unfortunate. Like the new banner looks cool, don't get me wrong. But I do think it's a bit sad if you bought your IF Ophidia and like now they just print a new cooler version and now you want to get that. Like it's just it makes me a little worried that they're gonna reprint it again with a different art and then you want to have that and like it's a little bit of I know you don't have to get it, right? Like it's
Yeah,
but I wonder if they're gonna keep pushing this FOMO stuff a little bit, you know?
yeah, but they probably will do it with the. Well, I imagine they're doing it with like the same as like Command and Conquer
Yeah,
or Warmongers, where you just have powerful generics which people need for the deck, but
yeah,
are also like super collectible cards.
yeah, yeah,
So they just make like
yeah. I
still hard
don't.
to access version on it in the
Yeah,
new
I
decks.
understand. I don't think it's a bad thing per se. I'm just like
Yeah,
if you for the regular version versus like the cool looking version, I have no problem. But like, let's say you bought Shelter from the Storms in the extended art from like the previous set. And now they're
yeah,
going to print like another extended art version of Shelter from the Storm, which I think is a bit, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit annoying,
yeah.
but it's. I don't think it's like
I have no hard
super
feelings
bad or
about this.
anything. I understand that you need chase cards in the set, and the people that like chase cards are going to be the ones who buy them, right?
Yeah, they just need to use that money to make a good competitive play and the
Yeah,
tournament
yeah, yeah,
scene. And it still looks awesome.
yeah.
Talk
No,
about
no, that's
tournament
true.
scene. Talk about tournament scene. Battle Hardened is gone. What's the new one called?
The new one is called
Showdown.
Showdown, which I think is the same as a Battle Hardened. I have not yet found like how it's really that different. I think it's going to be a little bit different in the sense that there's not going to be showdowns just by themselves.
Oh, it's
So
yeah,
whereas like in the past we've had part of the world tour was Battle Hardens, right?
yeah,
And I think they're gonna no longer do that because it says the world tour is calling, and then it says that for the next set, all world tour stops feature a calling, which makes me think that the battle hardened kind of circuit, so this like tournament that we have now still where there's like a battle hardened and then a PTI event the day after and the super army on Friday, that's no longer going to be the way that's no longer going to happen. I don't know if all of them are going to be callings. So if there's just going to be a ton more callings, or if they're just going to have less tournaments, but
yeah.
the ones that they have are callings and then showdowns.
Sounds a bit like it. Yeah, just ago.
Yeah.
rid of battle hardened PT plus whatever and or PQ
Yeah,
plus,
yeah.
and then it
Which
just
I
go.
actually think is a good thing. I don't know that I love. I mean, it was cool in the sense that every area kind of got a little tournament that you could go to with these battle hardens. So,
Mm.
like, we got 2 battle hardens in Switzerland, which I think if there were only callings, I don't think they'd host a calling in Switzerland, to be very honest. Or
Hopefully
they
they do
wouldn't have
now.
had. Maybe they will now, yeah. But we'll see how they're going to do this. They did also like allude to that there's going to be a lot more, that they have something else in store for local play. I think at the, it's not in the article, but I think in the announcement he talked a little, like Brian Gottlieb talked about how they're going to have other stuff in store for local play as well. So yeah, I think it's fine. We'll see what's going to come. They're going to get rid of ELO, which we knew for a while now that this was going to happen. And now we know the system that's going to replace it, which is going to be World Tour points,
Which was already there, so no
which
replacement coming.
that's fair, I guess. Like it was already a system.
But they use it for qualifying for the Pro Tour now, right?
Exactly. So up until now, there was I think the top 75 globally were invited to go to the Pro Tour, right? By ELO. That's how it was done up until now. And now it's going to be done by, so it's going to be done by the last 3 competitive seasons, and they're going to aggregate all the World Tour points you have gathered within the last 3 seasons. So essentially within, yeah, the last year, right?
Yeah.
So they have an example here which says that for Pro Tour 9, which will be in July 2026, it's going to be Pro Tour Las Vegas, I think. They essentially are going to count all the all the points that you have gotten from May 23rd, 2025 up until Pro Tour Yokohama. So all the World Tour points up until Pro Tour Yokohama will count, and then the top 50 globally will receive invites, and then the top 25 US will also receive invites instead of top 70. I think for the vast majority of players, this is not going to change anything at all because for 95% of all players, you were never going to qualify through ELO, and
Yeah.
you will probably never qualify through World Tour points.
So if you would make an example like a Pro Tour is in Europe, right? What did you say?
Yeah.
Like the top 40 get to play?
It's the top 50 global
Yeah.
and the top 25.
Okay. So if you would be in Europe now and top 25 region, you would need 26 to 27 World Tour points to
Yeah, that's
qualify through
exactly.
them at the moment, huh?
That's correct. Yeah. I mean, I think this is also like this is it's a little different because it's going to change with people like winning pro tours, like losing their points and stuff, and
Yeah.
then it's going to kind of reset. But
Or do
I would
they,
say
or do they like from the 50 global, like let's say 10 of those are Europe, from Europe? Do they get qualified already and then like
no. So it doesn't work like this.
filtered out? No? Okay.
It even says that these invites don't pass down. There's no like additional invites or anything. It's just if you are in the top 50 globally or in the top 25 of your region,
Yeah.
you will be invited to the Pro Tour.
So for us, it means you need to be in the top 63 global.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't think this is a major change for most people. I think it's a good change.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sad for, I guess, players that can't attend a lot of tournaments. So people who travel the world a lot and are able to attend many, many tournaments are going to get way more shots at invites now. Yeah, the way of kind of, I want to say, the dream qualifying of where you beat a bunch of pros and then your elo rating spikes to the moons and then you get invited to the pro tour. That's no longer going to be possible
Yeah.
now
It's way less
because,
swingy.
yeah,
But
it's
then you
way
can
less
just play
swingy.
a lot of tournaments. It's super cool for the people who play a lot of tournaments. You can have a
Yes,
bad one and it doesn't like destroy you completely.
that's the good part. Yeah, I think it's going to be good for the people that do want to travel to a lot of these events and really care about like getting these invites through. The thing that it kind of I think is a little weird is if you like top eight one of these like events. So let's say you top eight a calling or something, you already get a Pro Tour invite. No,
Yep. Yes.
so I'm kind of like, what's the point then in handing out additional invites to people that are winning these events anyways?
You get the safety backup, and
Yeah, I mean, I understand it's just for the next Pro Tour, so it's not like you and then like this will stack over like a whole year. So let's say you
or you give them away for money so you can afford your next trip to the next event.
but you don't get PTIs, right? You get just invites to the next Pro Tour. It's not ones that you can sell.
I thought calling and was still PTIs, and like at the Pro Tour, you only got an invite for the next
Oh,
event.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, it'll be interesting. Well, in this case, that makes sense then, because then you can farm PTIs at these bigger events. Yeah, I think we'll find out how it like is gonna.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad for the best players in the world.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it's a good change. I think Elo was very flawed,
Yep.
and we've like heard many people also complain about like how Elo kind of makes them not want to play tournament. I mean, do you were in the similar situation,
I
right? You
was
didn't
in
play
exactly that situation.
Geneva because you didn't
Yeah.
want to lose points for the invite, which is like really unfortunate. Like it's
Yeah.
just that's such a feels bad.
I was after Osaka, I was like top 50 in worlds Elo last year. And so I was qualified for the next Pro Tour if I didn't lose any. And if you go play Geneva and like against all the people in Switzerland and stuff, and you lose a match there, you're just gonna leech your elo away
Yeah,
if you don't have a good day, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
like I'm not a pro player who is super prepared always, so I just go for some tournaments and then maybe have a bad run, and yeah, that would get me. So I just skipped it. I think that's a really good point. Like you don't want to have a system which
Yeah, you don't want any
gives you a
systems that.
penalty for playing.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And you want to have a system where playing more and better will always reward you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that. Well, let's talk a little bit about the new spoilers. Maybe we've gotten a couple, not a lot. We've gotten some rares for Silver Age. We got a couple of majestics that look interesting. We got a new head for Tekla,
Ooh.
so that will be interesting. Maybe there's a Tekla return.
Synapse Spark Cap.
Spinap Spark Cap, yeah. Says banish an Evo from your hand, create a ponder token, battle on one base head. I guess it's the best like base equipment that you can play in the head slot, so people will play it. I don't think this is enough to make Tekla relevant in any sort of way. Bolt and Boots sounds interesting. Destroy this target arrow with power greater than its base gets go again. Ranger,
So
Battle
good.
Worn One, clearly a Silver Age card in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I wanted to ask about Trench of the, like if you just stay on the equipment, Trench of Watery Depths for all the pirate players.
Mm-hmm.
It says when this defense, you may pitch a blue card from your graveyard. You gain 3
Three.
resources. So the only thing I could come up with this is, oh, I can just do this and then play like a unmovable from the free pitch. Is there something better you can do, or what is this just for?
I mean, I suppose the card also goes back into your deck, right? After it goes in the bottom.
Yeah.
So you get a blue back.
What is like a pirate thing you want to do
You
in
can
the
do.
opponent's turn? Like, why is this pirate?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I haven't even thought about that. There's not even any pirate defense reactions, are there?
There's some from gravy, but they cost 0 and you have to discard something to make it worth
Yeah.
it, right? Maybe
We
there's
don't know.
more to come.
Maybe
Maybe
there's
there's
more
more
to
to come,
come.
yeah.
Maybe there's more to come. Let's see here. What can you even do? You can activate Moray Le Fay, which says put a +1 counter on target ally as an instant for 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I guess you can pair it with like the other equipment where you can pay 1 and it blocks 2, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you could like block with this, block with what are they called? The Ironhide
Ironhide, yeah, that's it.
equipment. So if you play Trench of Water Glaives plus 3 Ironhides, you can block with this and with 3 Ironhides and block 7 without pitching a card.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, you use a pirate with generic stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. It's not very piratey.
It's not
I'll
very
give you that.
parody. Yeah.
It's not very piratey, but we'll see. Like maybe they're gonna print some instant in this set or some D reacts. They printed a bunch of like elemental D reacts, which I thought were interesting because who the hell wants to play elemental D reacts except for
Icelander.
maybe Verdant? Icelander, yeah, Icelander is true. Icelander,
Frost
maybe.
Haven Sheaf, do an extra fast sprite, pay
Yeah.
one, play your other 2-cost spell out of a blue from your arsenal. You're
Yeah,
doing good things.
that's fair.
The rest is a bit, I don't
I
know.
mean, the Stormwind Sheath, the one that's lightning, will never see play because if you have to pitch one and it needs to be a lightning card, yeah,
You can play it from a tunic counter though, and it gives you
yeah, and then
go
it blocks
again.
5. But yeah, I think you want to attack for 5, go again in lightning decks, not block for
Yeah,
5.
it's like everything. Like I can see how they are elemental.
Yeah, but I could see that like they recognized that, for example, you just said Azalea had a really good win rate, so maybe they were like, well, we're going to print some D reactions to
Yeah,
like lessen the impact of Azalea.
maybe. Now the real E strike is getting printed. Elemental strike.
Elemental Strike, yeah.
It's a kind of enlightened strike, but you just have to banish a card from your hand. And like if it's Earth, it is +2, which is basically the same mode in E strike +2. And if it's Lightning, it's Go Again, which is also a mode on E strike. And Ice, this gets dominate. I don't know, 5 dominate, 2 card is the best thing
Yeah.
to do.
I mean, I don't really know who this is for.
I can
Briar, maybe.
like if you look at let's say Florian, just let's look at Florian or Briar in not Briar. Let's just look at Florian or Verdants in which have to decompose in the Sage format.
Yeah.
You get one
But
Earth
but this is
into
a
Banish.
Majestic. You can't play this in Sage.
Okay. So in CC, I guess then.
Yeah, but in CC you want the Earth cards in graveyard so you can decompose and trigger your decompose effect.
Yeah, but you just got faster to the M4 cards threshold.
You do. You
And like
do.
if you it's really good because if you even if you just play one of those before you play your felling or your
Hmm.
plow under, your
Yeah,
these are buffed.
it will come for full value. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So that's because that is like the like playing Verdants, the most
Yeah.
annoying problems I
That's how
have.
you lose games.
Yeah, like you see your felling, you don't want to play it because it's a full value. You put it into Arsenal and then you just sit there for 3 turns and you don't get any decompose going and you lose the game.
Yeah, I think the thing that kind of kills it for me is that it's as additional cost to play this. You have to banish, so you can't play this for like 0 for 5.
Yeah, it's a block though for free.
It is a block. That's true. I don't know. It
Yeah,
might be good.
you can't play E-Strike for 5 as well. So
Yeah. That's true.
I like it. I like it. I think I would. It's a good free block in Verdant and just attack for 7.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah,
Well, this is face up in any
if
zone.
she's still alive till it comes out.
Yeah. I guess the card that goes with it is Colors of Aria, right? Well, this is face up in any zone. It's Earth, Ice, and Lightning. So the element, if you play an Elemental Strike, banishing a Colors of Aria, it's gonna be
Does it?
7 Go Again Dominate, right?
Does it?
I think so, yeah, because Colors of Aria will be face up in your banish zone.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's the combo.
7 Go Again Dominate into Felling for 8.
Yeah, and I guess Colors of Aria is also just like a 3 for 7 that blocks 3 that is an Earth card while it's in your graveyard, right? So
Or in your Banish as well, yeah.
and in your banished, so like you can totally play this in Verdance and like use it for decompose.
Oh my gosh. It's getting more support. It's already good.
Yeah. I actually wonder if they're gonna ban something from Verdance because I feel like she's not too good right now, but she's like I think on the brink of being
so consistent just with what she does.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of Oldham.
Yeah, we were talking a bit at Worlds, like on the meta is a bit stale at the moment. Like if
And
you would
I
do
think it's the only
bans
reason
or
why it's like
unbans.
this is because the last set had 0 impact. Like Super Slam made no changes to any of the decks in the top of the format right now.
True. I
It
think
brought KO back a bit, but
I think they did a mistake probably with the bannings for the assassin.
yeah,
I mean,
I think the ban was correct because Bonds is a bullshit
Yeah, it was.
card, but I
Yeah, it's a
think
bullshit card, but still.
they need something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of need the only reason why you say that is because they needed the bullshit to like get around the deck not being so good without it. So I think if they could give him something that's better, it will be fine. Like I actually think like Slippy is still okay. Like you can still play Slippy and it's not the worst.
Yeah, most people play Mario though now,
Yeah.
from what I saw.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe there's gonna be some new support.
Some new.
Some new. Hopefully not.
And oh,
Oh my
please.
god, she's gonna come back in Silver Age, isn't she?
Yes.
Is there any
There's no mask and stuff though, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no bonds. There's other bonds, but not that bonds. Not the good
Yeah, no
bonds.
masks, no bonds,
No +5
no
for the one attack.
no Justinic. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see like what cards that we have never seen in CC play will be good in Sage because stuff like Snapshot, I think, really makes me really interested to see like what other cards are gonna pop up.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy I kept all my rares from every set that I opened.
Okay, Nu has a 40% win rate at the moment in Silver Age.
Yeah, maybe somebody just needs to figure her out. Who knows? Okay.
It's gonna be fine, and we're gonna have fun, and everything's gonna be perfect. Let's go. Let's end with that.
Yes, the future is bright. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this week's show. You can find us on Twitter under the handle at LDFPod. That's LDFPOD. On Blue Sky under the handle at PugWizardPatrick or at SignalJammer. Or you can send us an email under questions@ldfpod.com. We're looking forward to hearing from all of you and hope you tune in again when it's time for the LDF podcast.
See you.